with these two Asian startup in Africa. I forgot the places, but um, I think, let me think here. It's an article as well. So click below. Yes, yes, I remember now. Yeah. So click below. It's an article below. I'm going to break it down because I remember there were two startup company. Um, I'm trying to think of the mental block. Oh yeah, I got it. So these were two company, I think based on what I read, but click the article below. These are two company from Asia. I think one is from Singapore. Right. Singapore and then Japan, I believe. They grow fast. They really focus on raising $1 million so they can grow services like Uber, food delivery, and financing car. There you go, financing car for drivers in Africa. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's basically good to understand. Oh, sorry. It's basically good to understand that what they're trying to do, this startup Asian company, think of like a Uber plus DoorDash plus a bank, all in one app. That's what they're doing. They started in Togo, helping people book motorcycles, ride. Now they're doing in Benin and Gabon and Cameroon. They just raised, I believe, $30 million. They're expanding in West and Central Africa. Basically, all they're trying to do help drivers buy vehicles instead of renting, right? Um, really want to focus on helping taxi and ride share drivers. They do it in places like in Kenya, buy used cars because most drivers, there basically in those region, you can't get regular bank loan. It's tough. So what they're trying to do, they use a mobile money, which is data, like how much driver earned from apps, right? Just to figure out in a way, who's trustworthy and give them financing. That's kind of like a strategy they're doing. They already help at least like over, I believe, 1,500 driver. They partner with different Uber company. They raised at least 13 million to grow in South Africa with basically, of course, with the ride. South Africa has a big riding share booming industry. So yes, there's Ubers in Africa. Yeah, across the continent. But why this is a big deal, though, I think it's a big deal because the African population is young, it's growing fast. More people need affordable transport and job. And these app creates jobs for drivers, help them own cars, and let people order ride, man, and food, just like us in the US. So I think that many African country, Uber drivers, man, but Uber driver rent cars, which is it does really take up the money, eat up their earnings. So these startup in Asia, these Asian startup trying to help these vehicle earn more and improve their lives. There's definitely challenges too. I mean, there's pros and cons. I think one of the challenging is it's like helping drivers buy a car sound great, but it's also risky because some cannot always make the daily payment. In Africa, it's not that easy, man. Plus, buying cars in Africa is very expensive. The economy in certain markets is struggling, man. So even bigger company, like Move, I believe, as a global Uber partner, they have trouble staying profitable. So that's the thing. But hey, challenges mean opportunity. So and go back to the question again, why should American care? Because Africa is a growing market, man, where more people going online and using smartphone. So American investors and tech companies, if you entrepreneur, and we just have to start paying attention to US, right? Because I feel like these startups are solving a real problem like job access, transportation, financial inclusion. So we have to be part of the conversation. But these startups, these Asian startups, they're really trying to inspire innovation, also, in their home country, but also across the continent. So, and basically, they kind of created a super app that basically reshaping Africa gig economics. So again, two Asian startup. I forgot the name. One is in Singapore. I think it's a Gozem. I'm not sure, but they've definitely revolutionized how people move and earn money in Africa, from motorbike taxi to AI credit score for car loan. This is the future of African mobility. So why should American cares again? Because Africa booming digital economy could offer investment and innovation insight for us for the U.S. gig sector, right? Yeah, in the United States. That's just the reality. Yeah, so click below to get more information on the article. I did not write the story. I just love to break it down because, again, my point is investing in Africa future is definitely strategic U.S. advantage. Peace.